What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Sector 1 of the new Conquest. I've got the feats, you've got the need. Let's go ahead and scratch that itch. That was a weird intro. Sector 1, baby. What have we got to do? Well, looks like we need to attempt to inflict stagger 60 times, no problem. Evade at least 100 attacks in battles that you've won. Inflict doubt on enemies 60 times. And win 10 battles with balls deeper belaba. Surviving. Not a problem at all. We're going to break this down into a number of segments for you, nice and easy. First of all, before we begin, I highly recommend you find yourselves a team that's something like this. Droideka in a Separatist team. Doesn't have to be Separatist. Newt is ideal. We're going to be able to cheese this boy nice and hard to get lots of our feats done in multiple sectors. Keep an eye out for a Droideka team. If not, if there is a particularly weak crew team, not weak crew team, if there is a particularly robust crew team or something like that, you have to make sure you've got nothing that's going to ramp your offense. Going against them, we can do the same sort of thing. Now, data discs, I will show you the ones that I'm using. You don't need all this nonsense. You can come back later, guys. Booming voice. PSA before we begin, it's super easy to get booming voice. The global feat for booming voice over here, which one is it? Is it this one? Gain advantage 200 times. If you have got a first order team, you can gain this so incredibly quickly that you get booming voice, and I recommend you use it then for the rest of it. It's going to be super easy. I haven't taken it off the entire Conquest. Real easy. So in terms of making this work with data discs, I'm going to rip everything off, just leave booming voice on. If you've got booming voice, this becomes a little bit easier. If you don't, so it happens. So we're taking in a full CLS squad over here. We are dropping Chupio and throwing in Veteran Smuggler Han Solo because on his basic, he can apply stagger for 2 turns, and that's exactly what we want, okay? So all we have to do is let this Droideka get into damage immunity, and the rest of it takes care of itself. I'm going to just try and deal with the Dooku at the start, let the enemy do their stuff, wait for that Droideka to go into damage immunity. Okay, that was really rude. He didn't even go into damage immunity. That's so rude. Sometimes they might not do the roly-poly first turn. That's a bit of a, you're going to have to deal with it if it comes to it sort of situation. Okay, good stuff. Now, I'm not actually going to cleanse off this for now because I want that Droideka taking his turn. I am going to deal with this Asajj Ventress, though. So let's go ahead and do that. Boom, 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 boom. Droideka, I want you to take a turn, please. If you could. Let's see if we can get a stun over here. Yeah, I'm still not going to get rid of that extortion. There we go. Droideka's in damage immunity. That's precisely what we want to have happen. Now we can start doing stuff, okay? I want that tenacity down on the Droideka. Wonderful. And I'm going to start getting rid of those stacks of extortion. I'm just going to basic here with you, actually. Get rid of those stacks of extortion. And then hopefully we should be okay to rock and roll in a second. Droideka's going to take 1 turn. As long as he doesn't take another turn, we'll be absolutely fine. Yeah, so this should be fine. Do some damage into him there. Get rid of that. Okay, great. So I'm just going to quickly deal with you. Wonderful. Of course, he's going to come around and do another extortion on me. Let's go ahead. Once we've gotten rid of that Newt, things will be a little bit easier for us. Should be able to get rid of that TM thanks to the way that CLS's kit works. See if we can do just a little... Ooh, hold up over here. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, this is fine. Should be able to strip that away. Wonderful. And then I'll just flip this on back and reverse it. Wonderful. Once you get to here, just go auto and basic. Now Droideka should never take a turn, and every time Han Solo is assisting again, which he should be doing quite frequently on his basic, we're going to be applying staggers, okay? All of those staggers are going to constantly give us the thing for the feat. We've got 3 minutes of basically just leaving this on auto basic. You will abuse this setup for multiple sectors throughout the entire Conquest, okay? So as you are progressing through each sector, try to keep an eye out for a Droideka setup because it is very useful. Using your CLS team, you can get all your staggers. You can do the same thing for doubt in a second that we're going to show you, okay? Exact same setup. You just want to have a character that can inflict doubt and make sure that, if you can, just not cleanse off the Droideka is a little bit trickier, but hey, is what it is. So you can leave this on full auto or auto basic, not full auto, until you feel comfortable and then finish off the battle when you're ready. I'm not going to finish this one because I want to save the stamina. The best character to be using for doubt is typically Aphra. Now, you can, of course, use Jedi Master Mace Windu. Jedi Master Mace Windu, his first special, is an AoE doubt ability if used on the leader. That's great. Most people do not have Jedi Master Mace Windu. You can also use doubt to apply doubt through Malgus. That can happen, but Aphra has the best one. It is an AoE doubt from her Rogue Archaeology over here. You use this ability and it inflicts doubt on the entire enemy team. Now, you could go through and just win with Aphra teams if you want, or you can try and take advantage of it by using Aphra in this CLS setup as well. Okay, that can also work, no problem at all. So yeah, I mean, we could show that. We could show that happening. We could even technically remove Chewbacca, but we'd still have CLS. It's definitely best to go in with just this full team. So I can show you how we'll get it done. It's a little bit more manual, unfortunately, because you can't just leave it on auto basic. You'll never apply any doubt if you do that. We'll do the same thing. We just want to get rid of Dooku at the start. Let him stack up that extortion, I guess. Okay, great. We survived there. Just go around now. Take care of people. I don't know why Droideka sometimes decides to just, you know, go ham like that. I don't actually want to use this right now because it'll increase Droideka's cooldowns. We don't actually want that, so I'm just going to basic here. Wonderful. And then I'm going to actually get the translation stacks over there on Aphra, because it's actually great to have translation on Aphra. You know, that gives us more abilities, more capability to increase cooldowns and use that doubt ability. Alright, so let's go ahead and just deal some damage over here, take out some units. Now, what I recommend you do is whenever you get the opportunity with C-3PO to increase, to apply, I'm going to get the translation. Just apply it onto Aphra, okay? Apply translation to Aphra when you get the chance. Let's go ahead and just keep that TM stripped off that Droideka. And when we get the opportunity, let's just try to get rid of some units. Always try to target Droideka with characters that are going to TMR. Very, very important there. Let's control that Newt, because I don't like him. Get rid of the TMR on Droideka. As soon as we get rid of multiple units, it becomes a whole lot easier. Come on now. Let's go ahead and... yeah, I do kind of want to do that. Unfortunately, that Newt is causing me some issues here by constantly stripping off my buffs. Okay, we should be alright now. Let's just go ahead and take care of you. Great, okay, cool. We're down to just the Droideka. Now it should be a lot easier for us to manage. All we have to do here is make sure we basic with most characters. Basic with most characters, and then when we have the chance to use the second special from Aphra, we use it. And that's constantly going to apply doubt to the enemy, alright? And you can do this for another 3 minutes. Like I said, as you do have to manually play it, you do want to, if you get the opportunity, use C-3PO's special to put translation over here on Aphra. Alright? And when she gets to 3 stacks, you'll be reducing her cooldowns as well. So let's just keep going. Shrug it off a little bit. Alright. Cool. So let's keep on applying that over there to Aphra. When she gets to triple stacks, that will be perfect. Absolutely perfect. And C-3PO will be called to assist thanks to the booming voice that we've got. CLS taking turns means C-3PO is going to assist, which is going to decrease his own cooldowns. So it'll be a lot easier to get Aphra up to triple stacks, which means every time CLS basics now, he's going to call in our boy C-3PO to assist, which is then going to reduce the cooldowns on everybody on the team that has 3 stacks of translation. And we can just constantly throw out that doubt, alright? And you'll be able to get quite a lot done this way. Now, honestly, if you've got a full Aphra team, you can just use full Aphra and get AoE doubts out on the board relatively easily without too much of an issue. This is just giving you an option of how you can cheese it out in pretty much one battle, you know? You can just keep on cheesing this out here. You don't need to do it that many times, thankfully. It's going to be quicker than trying to get just once done a battle. But if you've got Aphra, you know, you could do multiples. So you can do this with Malgus as well. This will work with Malgus using his second special. Same principle applies. He's going to apply doubt on one turn. That's fine. You can use Queen Amidala, but it's really dodgy. I don't think it actually works properly because Queen Amidalas, they have to defeat the Handmaiden, and that's just not ideal. It's not an ideal situation to be in. Let's just keep on decreasing those cooldowns all the time. And that's kind of it, really, guys. That is kind of it. You can get this done relatively zero hassle. Alternatively for doubt, if you don't want to do that and you want a more cheesable way of getting it done, we can cheese the bonus node. Now, all we have to do for this is make sure you've got lots and lots of Ruthless Swiftness. I've got, what, 2 blues and a green here. That's giving me 27, that's 54%, plus an extra 22, what is that, 76% turn meter every time the enemy drops below 100% health. I've got Unstable Decelerator, removing some of their turn meter. Get rid of that Volatile Accelerator, that's pointless, realistically. Anything that's going to increase your turn meter or strip the enemy turn meter will be good here. The team that we are taking in is Mon Mothma and Hoth Rebel Scout and Captain Rex. Then we throw in Omega Fugitive and Aphra for the doubt. You could swap that out for Malgus if you want. lot less reliable, lot fewer doubts. This is the ideal setup over here. So Mon Mothma, because she's going to call these guys to assist whenever she uses her abilities, throw that in. If you've also got Booming Voice, this becomes infinitely more effective yet again, all right? Constant turn meter loop. Hoth Rebel Scout, on his basic over here, he's got a chance to reduce turn meter, yeah? Sorry, not... He's got a 40% chance to pass turn meter to all allies. That includes Aphra and Omega. Captain Rex has got his suppressing fire. We're going to put tenacity down and daze across the entire team. They're not going to take another turn. Omega's got this big sister ability. If we use this and constantly target Aphra, she's going to reset her cooldowns, basically. And then Aphra, of course, with Rogue Archaeology is an AoE doubt. Let's show the footage. Pretty simple and straightforward. On the boss node, it's a 10-minute timer. We've got double the time. All you have to do, get rid of that foresight at the start. I could have probably turn meter ordered this a little bit better so that we did some sort of AoE at the start and then we reset cooldowns. As long as you don't lose someone in the opener, give yourself like some defensive data discs if you're struggling, we should be okay, right? So we're just going to heal. What we're looking to do right now, use that doubt ability. Look, boom, we've got some doubt on the board. Most people had foresight. It's okay. Once we've got that daze set, the enemy's not going to take a turn now. Because what's happening is Barriss, whenever we crit the enemy, they are going to be healing up their health up to full. But because of our data disc, whenever we drop them below 100% health, we're gaining like, what was it, 66%, 76% turn meter? So we're basically gaining full teams. And if you pair that in with the Hoth Rebel Soldier, it's going to get even bigger and bigger, right? Also note that characters like C-Rex, he does damage 3 times on a basic, which means he is then going to be triggering that full health, max health 3 times in one turn, basically. Because every single one of those crits is triggering a heal from the enemy Barriss, which just means he's going to be bouncing up and down health all the time. That gives us a boatload of turn meter. So essentially, we've got an infinite turn meter loop here. All right. Once the infinite turn meter loop is in place, we just need to use Omega Fugitive's first special on Aphra to constantly reset her cooldowns and then just do AoE doubts. You can put it on full auto if you like, but it's not going to play it as effectively. Play it manually if you've got the patience to do it. I did it for like 6-7 minutes, and then I got bored. As you can see, just went on and on and on and on and on. And I got to here, I was like, okay, I'm bored now. I've proven that this works. You should be able to max out all your doubts in one battle using this setup. Now, if you want a really easy way of doing all of the dodges, no problem. Particularly against like a Mon Mothma node. If you've got Voluntary Vanguard, you can cheese it with Hermit Yoda. I haven't got Voluntary Vanguard, and I'm in Sector 4. Haven't found it yet, probably not going to find it. If I do get it, I'll do another cheese video on that. But find yourself any team that generates a lot of turn meter. In this case, we're looking at Mon Mothma, but if you've got like Imperial Troopers, that's fine. Ewoks should also work. And what we want to do is we want to take in a GL Ray team. GL Ray, as long as your allies have got inspiration, whenever the enemy is gaining turn meter, you're going to increase your mastery. Then you want to use characters that have got evasion as a mastery, okay? So if you go into a character, you look at their mastery, increases deflection chance and dodge chance. Those are evasion. So whenever she gains mastery, she's becoming more evasive. One of the best characters for this is Ezra, new Ezra Bridger Exile. He typically has got a lot of mastery. People usually have got a lot of high relics on him. More relics, the better you're going to ramp. And he's just a great character, but also characters like Shak T. Shak T works fine. And I'll just throw in Hermit Yoda as well, because Hermit Yoda passes a lot of foresight. So the idea behind this is that we want to spread inspiration around, and we want to let the enemy basically just gain a whole bunch of turn meter. Pretty much. Now, honestly, you don't even want, you can already see how they're dodging. You don't even want to have, you don't even want to have Booming Voice for this one. I'll be honest, you don't want Booming Voice, because you would rather them not take, not do all the additional damage, right? You don't want them actually dealing damage. We're going to target down the Xaereth Pathfinder over here. Every time Rey takes a turn, if she has inspiration, she's going to pass it to an ally. So when that happens and they have inspiration, the enemy gains some turn meter, which a Mon Mothma team tends to do quite a bit. We are going to be in a really good position to just ramp loads of mastery, and then when they do a lot of attacks, they are going to miss us lots, and we're going to dodge a lot, okay? So you can see we're starting to build up that that inspiration. I don't think that... Oh, he is inspired now. Great. Don't use the ult, obviously. You just constantly want to be using that the first special, Lifeblood, right? So you can see we're dodging over here already. Get that dodgy business going. Going to focus on Xaereth Rebel Pathfinder because, you know, he can revive if he's got a buff like that. He's Let's keep on going. Now they are going to focus on Ray just a little bit, which is annoying, but you can see even JTR is dodging, Shakti is dodging. It's all good business. It's all good business over here. And eventually you get to the point where they just do lots and lots of assists and they never land a single hit. Dodge, dodge, dodge. You can see how it's happening. Everybody's starting to dodge it a lot now, which is lovely. I don't really even want to pass the turn over to Ray. Oh, we've got Pathfinder exiled. Probably shouldn't have done that. But you can see the dodges coming in. Wonderful dodges. And we should be okay at this point, truth be told. We should be pretty fine now. Because you can see them calling to assist and they just cannot touch us. AoEs, no touchy. Oops, I should have done the lifeblood there because we're just killing them off. But this sort of thing can happen. It works even better with Imperial Troopers because Imperial Troopers just never stop taking turns. So as soon as you've got enough inspiration on your board, you're going to dodge everything under the sun, which is great. Ezra also, when he loses exile, is going to gain some additional mastery, I believe, so that's kind of handy too. As you can see, they just can't touch us. They just can't touch us. Oh, he's back. There we go. Let's just hide Ray, shall we? Do some of this. That's why the booming voice here is actually just not that useful to us because it's just causing us to mass assist, which we genuinely don't want. Dodged. Lovely. Dodged. Yeah. Should be absolutely fine. And normally they do more assists than this, so... But it's still a great way to dodge. And you have to win the battle, guys. You have to win the battle. So when you're ready, just ult or whirlwind or whatever and clear the board, because Ray herself will have built up a bunch of damage mastery and make that so much easier. And you can take the same sort of principle and apply it to just characters with high base evasion and perhaps characters that can apply blind, or characters like Grandmaster Yoda constantly passing foresight with that buff. But Ray is definitely the easiest way of getting that done without a doubt, unless you've got the Hermit Yoda Involuntary Vanguard cheese. When it comes to getting balls deeper surviving, there's a number of teams that you can use to get this done. One of my favorites is to go in with Beskar Armor Mando as a lead, right? And then you go in with some rebels. So you get like Han and Chewie usually. Get these two going. Maybe you throw in Dash. And then you'll throw in whatever character you need to survive. So it could be Depper. So something like this on a bonus node at the end when you've got lots of good data discs, that's fine. All you're looking to do here is just build up some damage. Build up some turn meter at the start so that you're taking lots and lots of turns. Take out the enemy before they have a chance to react. And this is with only that one data disc equipped right now, guys. So, like, when you're coming back at the end of Conquest and you've got lots and lots of data discs, really powerful ones, this is going to be a piece of cake. Absolute piece of cake. As you can see, you can do it here with Beskar Armor Mando, Han and Chewie. Anything that really starts the ball rolling at the start, use any of your GLs, just throw in Deeper as a 5th, and you should be absolutely golden. Now, mini-boss then. The mini-boss is against a Sia Malicos team. We need to win with Jedi Knight Cal surviving and win with CX2 surviving. This is totally... Like, if you've got Lord Vader and Darkside clones, honestly, I would just go Lord Vader with Darkside clones and then drop one clone. Let's say, you know, drop Disguised Clone Trooper and then just throw in Jedi Cal. Oh, Jedi Knight Cal. Alright, so you could totally do that, no problem. We're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to throw on good data discs for this one. Come back later if you have to. So I'm using Ruthless Swiftness, Booming Voice, Rooting Swiftness, Weak Spot, Leader's Resolve, and Ruthless Swiftness. Lots of Ruthless, lots of Swiftness, lots of Leader's Resolve, and Weak Spot to increase our damage output. So in order to make this happen, I'll use some sort of Jedi team over here. We'll take in, like, we'll go Jedi Knight Luke lead, I think. Jedi Knight and Luke lead to gain the damage. I'll throw in Gas for extra damage, control, speed, that sort of thing. And Jedi Knight Revan. This sort of setup should work fine. Alright, so what do we want to do? We want to start that ball rolling as quickly as possible, so we need to be able to take someone below max health at the start. So I'm going to swap over to Luke. That's going to slow their speed just a little bit, and then I'm going to throw out a massive AoE stun type business. Yes, it's not going to cause them much damage, but that is okay. After that, I think what we'll do is... It might be worth us trying to take out Cal Kestis, so I'll focus him down because he's keeping the enemy team alive. Get it back over to Luke with the event. Oh my lord! Gas doing crazy. Oh my god! People are going crazy already. Safe to say then that we've managed to get a pretty successful victory there. That booming voice coming in absolutely clutch, giving us lots and lots of damage. So something like that can set you up for the long run pretty well. End sector boss has to be double teamed, unfortunately. You need to win once with Batcher surviving and once with only dark side characters surviving. With only dark side characters. Now what I would recommend, take Batcher in with your strongest team, like maybe do a Bam Dash Hand Chewy setup with Batcher in the 5th against him. Only dark side characters. Honestly, I would recommend going in Lord Vader clones if you have. If you do not have Lord Vader clones, throw in Tarkin clones. If you have no clones whatsoever, just go in with like a Sith Empire team and you should be fine. I'm going to use Lord Vader clones here. The reason I'm choosing Lord Vader clones is because there is a global feat where we have to win battles with at least 3 dark side clones. So I might as well try and double dip and show you a dark side team. It's not going to be a difficult one. You really want to concentrate on taking out the big hitters like Anakin and Ki-Adi-Mundi. Obviously, with my current data disk setup and the team that I'm using, I'm not exactly going to have any issues. But I thought I might as well show it, since I needed to get this feat done. One thing I will say, as you are progressing through these sectors, do not focus too much on, oh, I really have to get all of these feats done as I am going through it. I have to do it once and done and move on. The most important part of being efficient in Conquest is, yes, get them where you can do as you are progressing through the sector. But boss feats in particular, don't waste your time here doing those feats. Get through it, get one of the feats done if you can as you're going through, but never do it a second time. Concentrate on working through all of sectors. Get as many data disks as you can, because when you come back later on, you will have a much better chance of making it work. So don't get too bogged down by, oh, I really need to get this feat done. All right? Cool, that's going to about do it then, ladies and gentlemen, for Sector 1. Hope it was helpful to you. I will be giving you Sector 2 tips and tricks in just a short time. I'll see you all there. Give this video a like, and I'll see you all in the very next video. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.